right, let's talk about something that is absolutely crucial for protecting your energy and building real, unbreakable self-respect. And that's setting boundaries. You know that feeling, right? Just completely drained, maybe a little overwhelmed, or like you're constantly being taken for granted. It's a heavy one for sure. But here's the thing, it doesn't mean you need to be less kind. No. The real solution is actually building up this powerful sense of self-respect, starting from the inside. And look, this isn't about building walls and shutting people out. It's about teaching them how to treat you right when you let them in. Okay, this quote, it's pretty much the foundation for everything we're going to cover. People treat you the way you teach them to treat you. Think about that for a second. You're the teacher. You're the one setting the rules for how people engage with you. So where do we start? Well, step one is all about defining your boundaries. We've got to get super clear on what your personal rules of engagement actually are. Let's be clear about what a boundary really is. It's not some big wall you build to punish people. It's more like a fence you put up to protect your own yard, you know? It's all about self-preservation. It's how you take back control over your own energy and your own time. And it really boils down to 3 simple steps. First up, you've got to decide what it is that drains you. Is it those late-night calls, unsolicited advice from a certain someone? Then, step 2, you communicate that limit. You do it calmly, you do it directly. And then, and this is probably the most important part, you have to follow through. Consistency here is absolutely everything. Okay, this leads us right into our next big topic, mastering the polite no. And trust me, this isn't just a skill, it's basically a superpower for protecting your time and your energy. And let's be real, saying no is hard. I mean, it can feel really difficult, right? A lot of us are just wired to be helpful, you know? We want to avoid conflict, keep the peace. And sometimes our entire sense of self-worth gets all tangled up in being that person who always says yes. But I want you to think about it this way. Here's a really powerful reframe for you. Saying yes when you want to say no is a form of self-betrayal. Whoa. Every single time you do that, you're not actually building a relationship. You're just chipping away at a little piece of yourself. And you know where that leads? Straight to resentment and total burnout. So, how do we stop this cycle? It starts with realizing you don't owe anyone a huge, complicated excuse. You really don't. All you need is a clear, polite, and firm response. And these scripts right here, they show you just how simple it can be. I mean, look at them. Notice what's not there. There's no "I'm sorry," there's no long, drawn-out story. It's just a clean, firm statement like, "I can't commit to that." These are your go-to guilt-free phrases. You can literally start using them today. Okay, that brings us perfectly to our third section, stop over-explaining. So once you've gotten the hang of saying no, the next level up is delivering that no with total confidence and 0 apologies. And there's actually a really important psychological reason for this. See, when you give this long, rambling excuse, what you're really doing is signaling that you're uncertain. It's like you're subconsciously saying, hey, maybe you can talk me out of this. And that just swings the door wide open for negotiation. Just look at the difference here. The impact is massive. Instead of something hesitant like, oh, I'm really sorry, it's just that I have this other thing, try a clean, confident statement. I'm unavailable today. See that? It completely shifts the tone from apologetic to just assertive. These are clear, they're respectful, and they are definitely not up for debate. All right, so we've spent a lot of time on what we say. Now, let's flip the script for a minute and talk about observing other people. It's time to focus on what they do, not just what they say. Actions, not promises. You have to remember this. Words are cheap. Promises are easy. But what really, truly reveals someone's character, and more importantly, their respect for you, is their actions, over and over again. So here's a super simple way to check what's really going on. Just ask yourself, do their words match their actions? If they're always saying, I'm so sorry, it won't happen again, but then they keep doing the exact same thing, well, that's not a mistake, that's a pattern. This is how you learn to spot the difference between an empty promise and real, genuine respect. Okay, let's bring this all home with our final section, the habit of self-respect. Because when you get right down to it, setting boundaries isn't really about managing other people. It's about building confidence and this rock-solid, unshakable respect for yourself. And I absolutely love this idea that confidence isn't some attitude you're just born with or a mood that just happens to strike. No way. It's a habit. It's something you build, one small, consistent action at a time. And here's how you do it. Think of this as your training plan. These are tiny, daily, micro actions that build that confidence muscle. Say no to one little unimportant thing, or gently correct someone if they misrepresent you. Even just taking a 5-minute break when you feel overwhelmed instead of just pushing through. Every single one of these is like a small vote for yourself. Because here's the magic of it. Every time you take one of these tiny actions, you're doing more than just changing your behavior in that one moment. You're actually sending a powerful message deep into your own brain. You are reinforcing a core foundational belief. And that belief, it's just 3 words. My needs matter. That's it. That is the absolute core of self-respect. It's the engine that's going to power every single healthy boundary you ever set from here on out. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question. And forget about big, grand gestures for a second. Just think, what is one small, even tiny commitment you can make to yourself today to start building that habit of self-respect? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.